take a seat. It's the Brew Crew. Question of the week. Say it loud, let it be. The Brew Crew. Oh yeah. The Brew Crew. Right here. The Brew Crew. Oh hey. The Brew Crew.
Greetings, ladies. Welcome to another episode of the Brew Crew. We're three sisters out of the IBEW who want to connect other sisters and brothers within the IBEW, empowering sisters to rise to their full potential here in the IBEW. Here we talk about how to navigate non-traditional fields that we have chosen. Here you'll find information that is hopefully useful to you. We are here in any way to lift up sisters of the IBEW, in turn empowering local unions so that we can build a stronger IBEW, one brother and sister at a time. We need our brothers as much as they need their sisters. We're here to promote through conversations and questions from members in the IBEW ways to build a brighter future for the IBEW. I am with my favorite sisters in the IBEW. Take it away there, Sister Skinner.
Shannon Skinner, Local 396, Las Vegas. I'm president of Local 396. I am a journeyman lineman foreman, and I've been in the trade a little over 40 years.
Yeah, and I'm Stacy Helbling, also part of Local 396. Been running power plants for 26 years.
Stacy goes nuclear.
Not yet, but I will.
Not yet, but she would for sure.
So I'm at a Local 3 in New York City, the 3rd District. We were just chatting before about, you were mentioning that the 9th District just had their progress meeting. We have ours this week, so I'm busy trying to get my stuff together for that. Work has been crazy, trying to wrap up a job there. And just juggling, right? That's what we do. Juggle.
We run with our hair on fire.
Hopefully it's not from doing electrical work.
No. Absolutely not.
It's funny because like so many people, right, will ask me, do you do side work? And I'm like, not since the last house fire. They're like, why?
That's a good one. I'm gonna use that because I don't do inside work at all, but I'm gonna use your line if that's all right.
Yeah. Use it. But yeah, 'cause
I get asked all the time, can you do that? And I was like, I run a power plant. I don't do that.
Yeah.
We can do it, but do we want to? No.
You don't want me to.
Power plants out in your garage. I'll help you out. I can push buttons like nobody else. But yeah, so just crazy busy. It's a crazy busy travel year too. We've got convention coming. Just a lot going on.
We've got the utility conference coming up. We've got our LAMPAC, which is labor management meeting coming up. It's the same out here. It's just, it seems like the winter months used to slow down a little bit, but no way, not anymore. I don't think we slowed down a bit this past winter.
Yeah, it seemed busy, whether it be work or personal. It didn't feel like we slowed at all.
Get enough rest when we die.
But neither did all the union work, right? So we've had furlough probably, I don't know, for the last 20 years. Right, we've had like 8 weeks off, so you kind of, with that much time, you have time to kind of get yourself together every couple of months, and we don't have furlough. We have 12 guys out of work, which is full employment. So we're full employment here and rocking the clocks, and so it's going to get interesting. We always talk about being good trade unionist, and it's going to get interesting because people are going to be working a lot and they're going to be tired, and we still have to have people show up to union meetings, and do our due diligence for the union, right? Because we don't.
Yeah, and
That's
watch them
correct.
for the burnout.
Yep, we don't just work, for the contractor. Most of us work for, on some capacity, for the union as well. So it's
But that's how we roll, ladies.
yes.
Would we have it any other way? I wouldn't. I've ran this way my whole career. If it slowed down, I'd be like, what's going on, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just something that we're used to doing. So, I don't.
I think I'm more intentional as I get older.
Yeah.
Like there was overtime this weekend, and my general was like, you sure you can't work? And I said, nope, I got the grandson, And the one thing that I remember very vividly from COVID was, we didn't see the grandbabies for 2 or 3 months, and we, had to visit them and look through, through a glass at them. And I remember through COVID saying, you know what, you got to have more family time, because I'd be home, I'd be out of the house five nights a week sometimes, So I'm a little more intentional as I get older.
You're absolutely right. I've worked like 6-7 days a week for past 30 plus years, and this last probably 18 months, 22 months, I've pumped the brakes on the weekends. I just don't want Mel spending the weekend alone either, that's no fun.
Yeah.
And if I haven't made my fortune by now, I did something wrong.
That's it. So
If they need me, I'm there though.
I'm super, super, super excited this week. We got a question of the week from a brother.
I love it.
Yeah, so
Yippee!
so this week, Antonellis from Local 103 in Boston. Now, I'm from New York, so we don't usually get along. The Boston people. I'm going to be nice in the interest of the IBEW, not talk about the Boston Red Sox and Bucky Dent hitting it over the thing. But so Lou, from the day I met him, I just really, when you just connect with somebody, just you meet them and you like them, and he's just somebody who he doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk, and you could tell by the people, every conference that I see him at, he is surrounded by IBEW Strong. And so he's also doing what I liked about him too is like I'm an organizer, right? It's like part of my DNA, and I'm a trade unionist, and it's part of my DNA, and so is he. He's doing this thing on Facebook where every Sunday morning he has a kitchen talk, and he talks about stuff in the labor movement. And so I reached out to him and I was like, hey Lou, we're doing this podcast, and he goes, I know. I heard. And he goes, I love it. So he said that he would ask us a question of the week. But he's the business manager out of Local 103. He's also recently appointed to the International Executive Council, effective November 1st. So, where we may be miles apart on sports, we're, connected through the IBEW. So, with no further ado, I am going to give you Lou.
Hey, Brew Crew. It's Lou from IBEW 103 in Boston. I love your podcast. I love what you guys are doing. I got a couple questions for my sisters in solidarity. First, what's the biggest misconception people still have about working women in the trades? The second one is, what project or moment in your career that made you most proud to say, I built that? And last, what advice would you give a young woman thinking about applying to an apprenticeship program? Well, keep up the great work you guys do. I know it means a lot to all our sisters in the trades. Peace.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's
What a
good.
great question. Who's taking a stab at this one?
I think we all should because I think
There's 3 questions there.
I know, but
I think we all should too, yeah.
3 great questions. Stace, you go first.
All right. So the biggest misconception, I think it's the women can't handle the work, right? And I think that's been an ongoing conversation, I think, and even within our own podcast here. I think that's what I would say about the biggest misconception. The second part of that question, I really like this one, and it made me think about it. The thing that I can say I'm most proud of and got to build, I was lucky enough to be a part of the construction team for one of the power plants out here in Nevada, the Silverhawk power plant, and got to do that one from ground up. Changed the way I looked at power plants, seeing it come out of the ground, and you learn it on another level that you can't get just by working in one. So I think I have to say the building of the Silverhawk plant was probably one of my proudest moments, so much so that I chose to go and do a second one after. But that was the first one, so I'm going to call that one my favorite. And then as far as advice for any young woman wanting to get into an apprenticeship, don't have a second thought about it. Go for it. It's going to create a life for you that will be unmatched by anything else you do. So, yeah, great question. Thanks, Lou.
I think I'm on the same with Stacy. I think the misconception is that I don't think that women can handle the work physically or mentally, and which is the furthest from the truth. And the number 2 question, the project that you're most proud of. I have an advantage there, I think, from Stacy, because I build something every day. And I'm proud of all of it, especially the craftsmanship of my crew. I mean, we take pictures all the time. But so I'll take a different moment in the IBEW that was very memorable to me and probably choked me up a little bit. Is I swore a groundman in one night and also give a journeyman lineman his 55th year pin in the same night. And that just, it felt really good. Right? The union hall was full and a young man and an elderly man standing next to each other. It was awesome. You know, that's what the IBEW is about. And question number 3, I think that if you're looking at an apprenticeship, I think that you should find the right apprenticeship for you. The apprenticeship that fits. Research the program, see what feels good. Talk to people in the one that you choose. Maybe find some mentors. Also build a supportive circle, because you're going to need that going through an apprenticeship. And that's what I got for you, Erin.
Very good.
And thank you, Lou. That was amazing.
Great questions from Lou. All right. So Lou asked great questions, right? And I'm with you guys in the sense that I think that the biggest misconception, obviously, is that we can't do the job. I also think one of the big misconceptions is, or when I first came in, one of the big misconceptions and one of the things that used to annoy me is like, you know, women are just here for a lawsuit. Remember that? You know, that we're here, or, you know, you're just trying to find a husband, or, you know, there's just so much crazy shit that, you know, people make up just to make up. But I would say that they still pop up every once in a while, but not as much. But I do remember when I got here, it was like, oh, you see that one? She's, you know, she's here for a lawsuit. But I don't hear that. But I think now today, I would say the biggest misconception is, you know, all right, I'm going to give John the, you know, 2-inch pipe. Oh, what am I going to give Stacy, right? Because Stacy doesn't know anything. So I think that women are proven every day, right? More and more that, you know, we are capable of doing the job. And, you know, that's not to say that there's different jobs for different people, right? Like, I can't do 4-inch gal. I mean, I probably could, but I probably would last a week doing it and throw out my shoulder. But, you know, the 6 foot, you know, 230 75-pound guy, he can't, do things that are lower down, right? And, I can tie in a panel better than anybody. You know what I mean? And so you just have to, find the right job for the right person, right? And so we might not all be capable of doing what somebody else is capable of doing, but there are things in this big, universe of the IBEW that there's no reason why, you can't do something, right? Some job, some skill. The thing that I'm most proud of, I would be with Stacy in the sense that my first project, it was One Madison, and it was the clock, and I mounted all the fiber optic numbers in the clock. And every time you see any intro into New York, $1 billion listing, or that building always pops up, and I'm like, I did that, or whenever I'm driving through the city, and we always do that. I did that, as if we built the building by ourselves, right? So I would say One Madison would probably be the project that I'm most proud of, because it's still standing today, and it's something that I can physically show people. I would say probably the happiest moment was when I saved the guy's life at work. And I wasn't even really sure what happened until we went to the emergency room, and the doctor was like, well, are you the one who saved his life? And I was like, no, I just gave him the Heimlich maneuver. And he's like, honey, we're in Brooklyn, and he would have been dead by the time the ambulance got here, And so knowing that he was going home to his family was probably, my proudest moment of, making a difference. But, the IBEW has given me so many opportunities to do things, to be places, to work places, at the Javits, at, the garden, just all over. All right, so if I had to give advice to an incoming apprentice, I would say that, you have to have a thick skin. That's probably my biggest word of advice, that, people, it's construction, and, you just have to have a thick skin. You got to find a place where, you could just not react to everything that's said, because it's just so much to take in all day, every day, right? And there's so many different personalities. If you go to an office, you're working with certain personalities. The person that could sit at the same desk, at the same place, with the same people for 30 years, right? And if you look around in construction, most of us, we can't.
No way.
Right? We're squirrel, 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 right? And we don't have, I don't know, I don't really have the social skills for an office job. I just don't.
I don't think either three of us have the
That's
social
always
skills
the
for it.
going joke. Every time they send us to corporate for a meeting, we can do once a month down here, or we'd be fired.
Yeah.
I travel with the corporate lawyer. That tells you how.
Yeah, so I think that, just, kind of just having a thick skin, because we have to navigate so many personalities. I think more so than the average, job. So I would say, tough skin. I remember when I
Let
first
it roll
came
off
in,
your back. Let it roll off your back.
my first,
That's a tough thing for an apprentice, right? I sit on the apprentice committee, and you can tell in their grades sometimes it's just personality, not even their work. So they need to navigate personalities, thick skin, and just remember to do your job.
yeah.
Communicate, but it's not like you're not there to really make a bunch of friends. You're there to learn a trade, do a job, and be safe at it.
Yeah.
And then I think the friendships come when
Yeah.
when you've touched all those bases, those friendships start to create.
Yeah, that, getting back to Lou, like I just he like exemplifies to me like what, you know, a real labor leader is, you know. And like I said, he's always surrounded himself with IBEW strong. Is, you know how Pigpen, he walks around and he's got all those particles of dirt. Like, you know, Lou walks around, you know, conferences and he's got IBEW strong particles all around him. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so he's gonna get his mug, and I didn't realize, but my mug. Hello.
Oh, you're
at
so
that.
matchy.
Look
I
at
didn't do that on purpose, but I think that
I have to match. I'm with
the
you.
teal will go nicely with
His eyes.
Yeah, because sometimes in construction it's not about how hard you work; it's about how good you look working.
That's right.
These mugs have become quite popular. I've been getting requests like, "We want a mug," and I'm like, "You got to ask a question.
Got to ask the
Gotta ask
question.
You got to ask questions. You got to like. You got to subscribe."
Yeah, like
I got some likes and subscribes on my fishing trip,
oh, all right. So we're up to
not
68.
120,
Well,
but a few.
yeah, not 120. We're up to 68 subscribers, and we had 160 views this week. So,
Great.
so that's good. We're getting there.
I still don't watch us.
I was gonna just say, Shannon was one of those views. You.
No, I can't watch myself. It's weird. I'll try
All right, try it.
because I know we're
try it
awesome.
out.
Jesus, you don't want to watch us? Nobody else is going to want to watch us. The hell?
Well, I'm
You're like
watching this
bad
and doing this right
advertisement.
now. That is not true. I advertise for us all the time.
Jesus.
And actually, I got a little gal. I videoed her at our skills
Yeah.
showcase. She came up. She sought me out. She wants to get into the trades. I'm going to help her. So I videoed her. She asked us a couple of questions, and I plan on sending them to you, and you can choose
Very cool.
if you would like it.
Very
on
cool.
our podcast.
Very cool. Noreen sent in a video for this month, so we are going to show that. Here you go.
Tradeswomen are everywhere. You just need to know where to look. In India, 40% of the construction workforce is women, compared to the 2 to 4% in North America. In the global South, women workers are mainly in unskilled labor jobs with little opportunity to advance into skilled trades because the belief is they are not smart enough to do the work. Compared to North America, where the thought is we are not strong enough to work on the tools and must stay in the office jobs. In South Korea, the construction unions are national, and similar to North America, everyone gets paid the same wage for your trade. However, what's not equal is the job site culture. The main concerns of women working in the field are insulting language, violent words, and obscene talk. The Tradeswomen advocacy groups of South Korea launched a Call Me By My Name campaign, so male workers recognize women colleagues as their coworkers and peers. In contrast, the United Kingdom, post-1980s Thatcher regime, the building trades work is majority non-union. This means that on average, women get paid 72% of what men do in the construction sector. Though similar to South Korea, 78% of those women report dealing with continual sexual harassment on job sites. In the Philippines, the capital city of Manila, 30% of the unionized construction membership is women. The main reason for this high percentage is because men only join once something bad happens and they need help, or to join meetings which they view as social events and parties, whereas women join as soon as they know it exists, understanding the importance of supporting and being supported by your union. The tradeswomen movement is global. We may speak different languages, but our hurdles are all the same.
Thank you, Noreen. That was a great.
That was a great video, Noreen. Thank you for
Noreen, you're
participating.
knocking it out of the park.
Thank you for participating in our podcast, Noreen.
So this is like Wingham Podcast. Every week we come together, we have fun, and we try to wing this shit. Some days it goes well, and some days it doesn't go so well. But the good thing
See
is,
what you get for taking the day off?
yeah. But you know, the good thing is like the power of editing, right? So we can edit all
God.
And you know what? Sometimes I don't think you should. This is us.
this. No,
I think
Some
you
parts,
still
pieces and
capture
parts
us. You capture us
I
well.
want to sit there and oh my god. So anyway, we're just three chicks who just get together once a week and we get questions and we answer them in real time and we try to juggle editing and nobody's an editor and we try to juggle podcasting and none of us are podcasters, but here we are.
Yeah.
But what we do care about is the trades and tradeswomen, and that's why we're sitting here.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Any way that we can help the people coming up in the trades is why we're sitting here. Not only women, young men, young ladies. Because we've walked the path, ladies. We're old.
That's right.
We've been there.
You know you're old when you're always cold.
I'm not cold, I have shorts on.
Oh, stop it. Spring is coming. Spring is coming. I've survived another winter. So, ladies, we're going to wrap it up for this week, but I just want to say that I love you guys.
And I love you too.
And,
Yeah.
I love my brother Lou.
Before we go, remember, being a sister of the IBEW means you're never alone. Reach out, lift each other up, and let's keep building this amazing community together. We're stronger, brighter, and unstoppable because we're all in it together.
Unstoppable.
Love it. Love you guys.
Stacy,
I love you guys.
next week, can you sing us a song?
I can try.
I want you to come up with a labor song,
Okay.
all right? And you could sing it.
I'm
to
going to
us.
put some effort.
You want her to sing it?
Yeah,
I'm
why
gonna put some
not?
effort into that.
Tune in next week because Stacy, who can't sing, is going to sing for us on the podcast.
I'm scared for you, Stacy.
Also, too, it is Women's History Month, and
Yeah.
Ooh.
here's a good did you know that LMA Wiggins was walking a picket line and she won the strike in the textile mill. Well, anyway, it's a long story. I'm going to get into it. But look up LMA. Otherwise, it'll be a whole nother hour-long podcast. But LMA Wiggins, great story. Great story.
You know what?
Look it up.
Let's bring up a lady next month also so people can look it up.
Frances Perkins,
'Cause
look
if-
her up because we have Social
Yeah.
Security, the New Deal. Oh, Frances Perkins, that's another thing. I mean, we can have a podcast just on women in labor.
I love that.
But what I'm going to leave you with is that women were in labor before men were ever born.
Ow.
Mic drop! Ding! I didn't say that. That's not my quote, but I think it was Myra Wolf.
But it's a great one.
But you're really cute when you say it.
Yeah. That's always a crowd favorite. So I'm going to leave you with this. Did you see the movie Constipation?
I did
No.
You didn't because it's not out yet.
Oh, God. Erin's on one
She
today.
is on a roll today.
That was a TikTok joke.
Okay. I'll be singing I'll be
God.
singing the song next week. Erin will be supplying the comedy.
And I'll be going, oh God.
I'm giddy today. Giddy, giddy, giddy. I thought that was a
love it.
funny joke, and Meester's just not having it. All right, ladies. Till next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Signing off.
Everybody have
Thanks.
a great
I needed
week.
that belly laugh.
Yeah, it is so good seeing all three of our faces together on a weekly. I just love it.
So do
We're
I.
fortunate.
Needed that belly laugh.
Yeah, the girl.
All right. Reach out to your sisters. Reach out to your brothers. Find your allies. Hasta la vista.
Love you too.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take a seat. It's the Brew Crew. Question of the week. Say it loud, let it be. The Brew Crew. Oh yeah. The Brew Crew. Right here. The Brew Crew. The Brew Crew. The Brew Crew.